Hi everyone, hope you all had a lovely weekend. Now, I did have a nice weekend, but I did plan to put some videos out, but I couldn't. And the reason why? I had no internet. Now, it took me days and days to work it out. Couldn't put any videos out, thinking what can I do? I'm not particularly techie, but I know the basics, and yeah, I was racking my brains. But in the end, I sussed it out, and I'm back online obviously because I'm producing this video. And it was something very simple, but it did catch me out, but not again. So this is what I got up to the weekend. Now, believe it or not, it was these loppers that managed to get me back online and producing videos, and I'll show you exactly what it was. But it was this area here that caught us out really. Yeah, it's one of them things that creeps up on you, and before you know it, once you lose it, yeah, it's panic stations. It does look a lot better up here now though. All of this area had been done by hand. Yep, it took us several hours, but we done it in the end. This was done with a mixture of the electric strimmer, because I wanted to keep the noise down for those nesting owls, and also by hand. Yep, we had to dodge a few shells to get this complete. And of course it was the satellite internet receiver dish. It had gradually disappeared in all the brambles, and that is what the problem was. Something simple, but with technology, once it goes down, everything stops, doesn't it? So I'm keen, well, as soon as I can really, is to get this up on the roof. It was always intended to go there, put it on a temporary pallet. That temporariness becomes 1 year, and before you know it, yeah, you're in trouble. But it was good because it made me finish this area, and boy, doesn't it look better. I think what I maybe do is get these shifted, work out the ones I'm going to use for firewood. Some I'm going to use in the base of raised beds. Now there is a system called Huga system, I think it is, where they use logs and branches at the base, rots down, feeds the soil. So we're going to have to grade through here, but it will help me keep on top of this area again, because it used to be really lovely up here, you know, just grass, no brambles. So I'm keen to keep on top of this now, because, well, I spent the whole weekend doing this and it really was backbreaking and hard work, but yeah, here's the reward. A blank canvas kind of thing. And this is where all the snails are. Part of the food chain, food for birds. And of course, whilst I was out here, I kept looking at that wall thinking it would be nice to start that, so I will be getting geared up to do that at some stage. The weather is a bit of a mixed bag today, rain and showers, but the garden did need it. Ah, look at those beauties. I forgot they was in this field. They've only just been put in here. Ah. And that brown one is blind apparently, the owners told us. And it's amazing, I've watched the horses, they kind of look after the brown one and sort of move it about and keep it close by. Kind of like an invisible language, isn't it? Beautiful. Now the the white ones are Percheron, heavy horse. And I really do love to see these breeds, you know. It's a shame they can't be worked more in the forests. Certainly protects the breed if they're used. So strong yet majestic, just graceful. Me and Sam do love Shire horses as well. Not that you'd get me on the back of a horse. I did when we first moved over, got on a horse, and you know, the horse can sense if you're sort of uncomfortable and uneasy on it. And I'd recently had some back problems and I wasn't sitting very, I suppose, confident on it. And its ears went back and it did not want me sitting on it. So I got off, I obliged. Yeah, that was the last time I got on a horse. The remainder of all these limbs is what was cut from the tops of these trees. Now they've already grown metres and metres. Probably 2 or 3 years ago they were cut back. Now the reason why I had them cut back, A, they're very large trees, but if they was to fall over in the storms, yeah, straight through the roof. So we had a machine round and it was brilliant. It was like a giant hand. It just clasped it and then a blade come out and cut it, and it lifted it and just gently put it down in the field. This was, you know, a massive limbs. A lot of them got shredded up and used for biomass heaters and stuff. This is what's really left, so it'd be nice to get this area back to how it was. These trees, like I said before, 200 to 300 years. That's some real history, isn't it, of cider making in the area. This one here wasn't a pear tree. I forget now because it was cut down, yeah, 14 years ago when we moved in. Again, that towered for metres. We're talking probably 25, 30 metres tall. And it was just too close to the building. We're just coming down on the lower side now. Got a little bit of tidying up to do here. There's some old pumps. Now way back when we first moved in, this ground come right the way across to the wall here. Obviously it sloped down and that drove a lot of water into the wall, which wasn't ideal. So 13, 14 years ago I had the whole of this removed. Yep, there was tons and tons of soil come out, but then it created another problem where the water was laying here because we're in clay. So I kind of sloped it away and dug a sump, but that kind of made the problem, you know, even more intense in this area, and it flooded here and I used to have to pump all the water out. And I thought, no, this can't carry on. So I had all this graded so it runs left to right as well as that way, and it's done the trick. We've had a real heavy downpour and there's no flooding whatsoever, and the wall is nice and dry. So that really did work, and we don't need any electricity to make it happen. Now this bank is amazingly stable. I've had a little bit of soil come down, but this has taken years and years and kind of reinforced the base of it. A lot of this soil is kind of knitted together with the roots of these trees. Now it's very important that I kept these trees. Several reasons, the fruit on them, the wildlife, but it also shored up this whole area with the network of roots in the soil. I have thought of lots of different ways that I could finish this bank off. Maybe if money was no object, I'd have kind of like a retaining wall built to here, and maybe drop that down, fill it up and then stage it back. That could be an option, but materials are so expensive when you're talking, you know, 50-metre run. Yeah, that could break the budget, that one. And then I thought about tyres, you know, there's thousands of tyres just going into landfill, why not use them? Build the tyres along here, backfill them and stage it back like that. So yeah, but it doesn't really move too much, so it's not urgent. Yeah, the wall certainly is nice and dry now with the addition of the line pointing. It really has helped evaporate all the water out. It's not in such a bad condition this, but it does need finishing off. Yeah, it's a shame that they've used the cement Portland around there, but hey, it is nice and stable at least. Yes, it was strange because it was a gradual process of losing the internet completely. Upload speeds were a little bit slower, you know, looking back over the months, and you just think that's just how it is. But yeah, touch wood, we are back online. If you're watching this video, we're okay. Yeah, I think that'd be an idea to chip away at this again. A few more trips to the tip. That's been ongoing as well. Managed to get rid of lots of stuff and really making great progress everywhere. I wonder if there's a snake under that tin sheet. Now, I did find some shedded skin in one of the barns, which I hadn't seen for a long while actually, from the snakes. They kind of lose their skin. Right. Nothing to report. Not there anyway. Now, when I look at these ancient old heavy horses, I do think that maybe they would have been used on this farm, because we've got a huge hay cart that would have had to have been pulled by a heavy horse. So this is kind of a scene that hasn't been seen for probably 50 years plus. It certainly makes you feel like you're stepping back in time when you see the horses about. What it would have been like, wouldn't it? And they wasn't in use, they'd have been put out to the pasture. Yeah. Now, just here we have some gooseberry bushes. I'm keen to keep the brambles away from them. It is starting to grow here, so we will get that cut down very soon. In actual fact, I'll probably click of the finger or sort that out. Well, I'm going to chip away at this. Hopefully I'm back on track with the videos, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.